Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the top 8 of the Corellia Galactic Championship qualifier here. This is the first of 5 qualifying events trying to get to the Coruscant Galactic Champion. Let's find out who is going to try to claim this planet here. We're in a top 8 matchup. Now, in all of these events, I'm going to be teaming up with different content creators from around the X-Wing community, and this community team up is with Hexiled Gaming. Looking super forward to it. How's it going, Scott?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm feeling great. And we're also joined by Funwalk.
Hallo und guten Abend. It's nice to meet you all.
So let's go ahead and have you guys break down these lists.
All right. Over on the left, we've got Benesh with the Brobots, IG-88B and D. They've both got elusive, advanced sensors, auto blasters, ion cannon, proton bombs, take a breath, contraband, shield upgrade, and the IG-2000 title. So they'll be sharing their abilities. Now, I'm used to seeing A and B. D is the one that allows you to do sloops with your hard turn template. So I've got to make sure not to insist that they share their calculates, because that is not what these guys do. On the other side, Funwalk, what do they got?
Alright, we got the Imperial player here with a variation of the Sloan Swarm we have been seeing quite a lot lately. It's the Rear Admiral, but without Vader. Instead of Vader, we have Swarm Tactics, we have Death Troopers, we have like 3 Interceptors instead of the TIE Fighter, so this is super, super interesting.
Yeah, it's so weird. I definitely think... I thought that Vader was stapled to Rack, but no, we've got Death Troopers, and that... It makes sense. It pairs well with Sloan, right? You're going to deal out that stress if one of your ties gets destroyed, and then Death Troopers is not going to allow you to get rid of it. Is it range 1?
0 to 1.
Yeah.
0 to 1, yeah. Now, one of the interactions I do want to talk about, because I did see people talking about it in the chat, and I want to make sure that our YouTube audience later on gets it. But before we do that, I want to remind you that this round and all of our rounds are brought to you by Curl Paw Creatives. Use that coupon code Corellia2020 for 20% off. Now, the interaction I want to talk about are the bombs that both of these IGs are holding. They both have, which Scott had told us, the proton bombs. Those proton bombs will not trigger Sloan, because Sloan specifically talks about an attacker. And you are not an attacker unless you are attacking with red dice. So in the event that Benesh is able to drop some of those bombs and get some of those interceptors off the board, that would not trigger Sloan. And I'm looking forward to seeing if he's able to do that. Yeah,
man, these lists are both... They have the bones of something you're familiar with, the Sloan and Rack Swarm, the Brobots. But again, like, I'm just not used to seeing D. I'm excited to see what kind of crazy sloops Benesh can pull out with that. And not used to seeing Alpha Squadron pilots in this list, so excited to see these generic interceptors out there.
Yeah, that's like an interesting tech choice, right? Like, usually you have the 4 TIE Fighters, the 4 Academy TIE Fighters, and now you exchanged them, you traded them for 3 Interceptors. And Interceptors are nice. They have like lots of attack dice, but they're as squishy as a normal TIE Fighter, and the proton bombs are super, super dangerous for them.
Also, Agile Gunner, interesting shout on Rack, going to allow you to turn the arc in the end phase, so that frees up an action in the activation phase, but it might give away a little bit of what you're intending to do. Now, There's not a whole lot of mystery usually when Rack's moving what he's going to do, but interesting shout there.
Yeah. And like, super interesting, Agile Gunner got quite a lot cheaper with the last points update.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like, we will see it a lot more on large base turret ships, right?
Absolutely. Now, something I do got to say here for Benesh, he's a big fan of Gold Squadron in the show, which is awesome. Shout out to you. Good luck in your game. He specifically brought this list because in one of our last podcasts, I called the aggressor the worst chassis in the game. I said that is a quote, and his determination was to prove me wrong. And listen, he's taking it to the top 8 of the Galactic Championship qualifier here on Corellia, and we'll see how much farther he can get. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, especially bringing some choices that are just different than what people have seen. Here we go. We got our first attack. This yellow interceptor is going to have a range 3 attack. This is because of swarm tactics, being able to bring it up to range, to initiative 5.
Yeah, speaking of weird things on Rack, Swarm Tactics.
1 crit. Spending the focus for 2 hits and a crit.
Yep, and it's obstructed.
Plenty. We're fine. How are you?
Check Rack. He's got no shot. Let's go to the IGs.
All right. Here we go. IG-88B. This is the one that allows the double tap after a miss.
Both of these IGs have auto blasters and ion, so the only cannon that's going to reach that far is the ion cannon if we get the double tap.
Mm-hmm. So 2 hits on the primary, plenty. This triggers the ability. Ion cannon, only 1 hit on that.
Yeah, wasn't able to strip the focus on that defense either.
Hey!
Oh, boy.
Gonna get one.
Well,
And it's ionized.
yep. If you were hoping to use these as blockers, well, green's not going to be helping you there.
There you go. And remember, the ion cannon, the way that works, the first hit that goes through is a damage. Every other subsequent damage that was uncancelled becomes an ion, and with these small base ships, a single ion token will do it. So that ship is forced to do 1 forward next turn. Now here we go.
I mean, it feels nice, right? Like you're a TIE interceptor. You cannot do the 1 forward normally. So now
It's a
you're
bonus.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
Now we got 3 hits going into the IG-88B. Here's the defense. He's going to use elusive. 3 eyeballs can only convert 1 because it has 1 calculate. It's going to be taking 2.
Oh, that's some sad robot noises for B.
And what
Also,
does that
of
sound
the
like
2
exactly?
I'm not doing it. I got trapped for Scott in doing sounds live on stream. I'm not doing it again.
Beep boop, beep boop.
I've got a clip of that I'm going to turn into a soundboard button pretty soon. So look forward to that.
I shall initiate self-destruct.
There you go.
That's nice.
Now, real quick, Scott, where can people find Hexiled Gaming?
So you can find us at hexiledgaming.com or twitch.tv/hexiledgaming. Funwalk is a frequent collaborator and contributor, so you'll find him over there a lot.
Yes. And I also stream a lot, quite on my own, if Scott has no time for tournament games, and I work together with the German X-Wing SHG stream.
There you go.
A little bummed here because I think of the 2 IGs, B is the more important one here. That double tap is fantastic. The sloop's nice, but I think if I'm going to let any of my IGs get shot first, I would hope it's not B, but B's out there in the middle, so.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of way for B to get away from all those Imperial ships.
I mean, we could see an early 3-hard sloop. Right now, Red could sloop right. I don't know if that's good. It is a possibility.
Yeah. Man, that's so dangerous.
It is. That's very dangerous. Now, one of the,
I would celebrate that, but oh, come on.
I just want to take a peek at something here really quickly. Now, with the immense amount of upgrade cards on these IGs, they do have a lot of possibilities. Let's talk about advanced sensors first. Advanced sensors, both of the IGs I believe have it. They do. It says after you review your dial, you may perform 1 action. So that means before they move, they can do some shenanigans. So you have the possibility to react a little bit with your maneuvers. The boost could be a possibility, followed by some other maneuver to get you in an advantageous position.
Yeah, the early boost to change the angle of your ship into the maneuvers are quite nice.
Absolutely. Yes.
And look at that. Even with the ion maneuver, still just a beautiful formation there from the ties.
They just so happen to have enough space for it essentially not to matter if that was the plan for Stuart.
But man, this leaves open the flank for D coming in for Delta bot. And that's a free shot for Delta.
And I like that he did the advanced sensor double calculate just in case something clipped the debris.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
But hey, advanced sensors, that just means 1 less ship that's going to shoot you.
that's right.
I think he Did he use advanced sense? Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
right?
he's got double calculates. It just kind of flew over onto the
see it
green
now.
space.
Yep.
Yeah, they're there. Nick, could you get that fixed? Just make sure to put them on the IG. And Rack is gonna bump there,
Ooh.
but does have Dauntless. Can
okay.
still use the ability to get it
he's
in
fine,
action.
right? So,
Hey, Dion, I'm sorry. Do you mind saying that one more time? I was just filling up my water bottle.
It's fine. The green TIE Interceptor accidentally took the calculates that belong to IG-88B.
Sure. Gotcha.
yeah. He thinks he's Pelop.
That's right.
Those green tokens are mine.
Okay, now Rack is triggering a swarm tactics here to see who he wants to bump up to 5 to get a shot before IG-88B.
One important thing, Swarm Tactics is range 1, so he cannot bring yellow up.
So that would mean it's red. Because since green is not going to get shot anyway.
All right. So red shooting first.
Confirmed range 1. Let's go. 4 dice. 2 hits, an eyeball, and a blink. Brought a focus. Gonna use it.
Oh man, nope. No fear.
Yeah. With the range check for Swarm Tactics, he also knows in which range Bravo B is in of Rack, so he knows that Death Trooper could trigger or not.
Oh yeah, they're gonna reroll one that went outside the dice box.
Yeah.
Spends both calculates. Taking 1.
Yeah, Stewart out there to prove Dion right.
I mean, he made the top 8. I guess that can't be the worst chassis.
Hit crit. Range 1 from Rack.
Oh,
2
boy.
evades.
So
That's the last shield.
not quite in the juicy center yet.
Now, Dion, what would you say the center of that ship tastes like?
Copper.
All right.
There you go.
I think you should see a doctor. Range 1.
Two hits.
2 hits. Now, he is in auto blaster range, although they're both in arc, so probably be better to do the ion cannon,
Yep.
which you have to double tap. Oh, and you're going to have to after the triple natties.
Yes. There
Oh,
we
boy.
go. There we
That-
go.
That's
And that's going to be at least a damage. If he doesn't spend the focus, he's also ionized. He's going to debate whether or not he wants to do that. Or
taking it.
Yep.
Yep. He had a good time last turn with that ion.
Yeah, the
One
ion,
good turn to
the
get
ion
another.
maneuver doesn't really hurt you next turn. Just slows you down. You spin it around the next turn.
There are
Yep.
bombs that you might need to worry about from red.
Actually, I think that might help him, Scott. The one straight slows him down enough. Maybe he might be out of range of the bomb.
Oh,
We'll see.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
And it's
Ooh, going
yellow,
for the ion.
believe, going for it.
He wants that damage.
There it is, hit crit.
He's going to get the crit through.
Just the damage.
No, that's
I
ion
think
cannon.
Oh,
that was
he did the
yeah.
ion
He
cannon?
pinged it. Yeah.
Yep.
Ah,
Shooting the ion cannon.
Oh,
Oh, no,
no.
no. It was all right.
loose
Well, that was weird.
stabilizer.
So that's fine. You're doing the one forward anyway.
Was that-
But
I saw him pinging a cannon. Maybe he was saying auto blast? I don't know. No, that was too many dice.
range
I don't know.
class. I saw the ping too, but maybe they ask about stuff.
Yeah.
In voice chat.
And here we go. 3 hits and a crit coming in from that interceptor. Oh, this is going to hurt. We're going down to half and then some.
He takes it all.
Double damage kills him. It's a blinded pilot.
Wow.
Yeah, IG-88B not able to absorb as much of the damage as probably Benesh would have preferred. Taking a lot of damage in this opening salvo.
Yeah, I almost made a bold claim about how dodgy IGs are, but man, you put them in enough arcs, you're tempting odds.
Now, for those of you who will watch this in the future, our YouTube audience, want to remind you that Gold Squadron is live here on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday, we start at 8:30 with our podcast where we have X-Wing discussions, and you're part of the conversation in the chat. Wednesdays, Gold Squadron League Night, where myself and other Gold Squadron members play against members of the community. That's our turn to play. And then Saturdays, Gold Squadron Flight Club with exciting news coming very soon after the Galactic Championship Series. Super excited about that. That's on Saturdays starting at 5 p.m. Make sure to follow here on Twitch. People who are watching live, hit that follow button so that you don't miss any of that awesome X-Wing action we have for you. Looking forward to talking to you later. Now, let's get back into this game.
Yeah, proton bomb for sure from red.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definite proton bomb, and then we'll see side bets on whether yellow gets hit by that. Just gonna draw some things on my screen here.
I'm betting yes. I'm betting like all my points in the chat.
All your
yes.
points.
Yeah. That's quite the investment.
But even if you don't hit yellow, it's a good deterrent to like a sloop or something, or K-turn from
K-turns.
green.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
You drop the bomb, no doubt. Especially with being at only one health. This is your chance. Your chance is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing
Do
though
not
is
miss
like
your shot.
there could be a scenario where Bravo could kill himself if he gets blocked by all the interceptors, if they just move forward into the block and take up all the space. You know
This
what I
is
mean?
true. Oh yeah.
So that could be a little bit jiffy.
You just got to make sure you go fast enough to get over the top.
Yes. Yes. There's the iron maneuver.
Oh.
That's range
It's very
one.
close to the bump.
I think that's range one.
Yeah.
And guys, that's the sort of expertise that you can get when Funwalk is casting on my channel.
Ah.
Not when I'm alone, but if Funwalk's there, we're gonna make the right call.
Alright,
Barrel
so
boost maybe.
for sure. Like with a tie, you don't want to be in range of a proton bomb.
Yep, got away.
And-
That will be out of range. A couple people asking about some of the options for the IGs. There's no barrel roll on the action bar. Action bar on these IGs is calculate, evade, target lock, and boost. There is the advanced sensors double calculate and bumping.
That's great.
Should be out of range of the proton bomb as well.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a big thing. If you're flying two-ship lists, like tactical bumping to avoid shots in range 1, like you have to do that. Like usually you're like, oh, I'm getting blocked and bumped. That's not great, but in this case, you want to get bumped.
That's right.
You want to avoid that range 1 shot from the interceptor. Right, he's thinking about Bravo here, what to do first.
Now, he's got some options. It's really dependent on what's on that dial. He's probably debating the advanced sensors boost versus a calculate, just depending on whether he thinks he'll even be able to get a shot. And he's actually...
preparing his crit.
Oh, we're preparing the blinded pilot. That's a bold move. That
Yep,
is a...
I'm not sure if I like it, because you're so low on health, you could be dead soon, so...
Yeah, okay.
Also, it's a small thing. Advanced sensors is after you reveal your dial. Just reveal it. Let me look at it. Let me think about it too. Let me in on that process.
Yeah, Rack should be able to initiative kill IG-88B. I'm pretty sure that's where Stewart is going.
Oh, Scott, I have some news. Can I tell you that?
Oh, is this about your team match?
Yes.
What was the result?
Where we won?
Wow. So Death Rain, who commentated on the game last night, was involved in the last of a team tournament match today. And he won, which means they won the entire event.
Yep. We have a team of Hexside co-casters, Maui, Defrain, and me, and we just won the largest team tournament on TTS right now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Alright, sorry for the tangent.
It's
That
all right.
brought us right up until the bomb exploded.
Kaboom!
Planned.
Takes a fuel leak.
That's
That's a blank crit.
And with one hole left, that doesn't mean anything. who is this? Rack's got both. Red's got no defensive mods. I don't think that fixing the blinded pilot when you don't have any offensive mods anyway. What's the point?
Yeah.
Like I agree here. Like I think it was a little bit too optimistic.
Be able to see this is if man, those double calculates, if we end up needing them to survive, that feels bad. Right there.
Yeah.
Calculate saves, IG88B. We do have the elusive and just short.
Yeah,
Just
the
short.
calculate was the way to go.
The risk was there. So I think the thought there with Benesh is, listen, I have 1 health. If I can survive with the natties, I can fix the blinded pilot and maybe be able to contribute the turn after. And then a lot of us are like, oh, but why? That may have been the thought process there. Thinking a couple turns ahead because he's playing from behind right now. All right.
Oh man, now it's D. So there's no more double taps.
IG88D has the ability to do the sloops or the turnarounds on the hard turn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Instead of the 3 bank, you can use the 3 hard.
All right, 1 of each.
Is there
Spence
a name
calculate.
for that roll where it's 1 of each?
Yep.
I think we need to name that. We need to dub it.
That's super average.
No, don't like it.
Spends the calculate. Excuse me, the focus and got it.
Socks and sandals is the suggestion. I don't understand it, but I like it. Guys, you know Dion's wearing socks with his sandals right now.
False.
Very offended.
I'm actually wearing socks and some Air Force Ones with my old man orthopedic insoles because I have the feet of a 110-year-old.
Oh, guys, you didn't have to wait for the sun to go down to find out what Dion's wearing.
That's right.
I mean, that's better dressed than me right now, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I will say that I mean to each their own. I need to like fully get dressed every day to feel normal. If I don't get fully dressed, I can't function. So sub Hedgehog says only socks and shoes. No, you guys have seen me. I got my This Is the Way triple blank shirt on. Now, and some black shorts. I promise I have shorts on, even though I never reveal my lower half. You just gotta believe me.
Scott,
Alright,
on
guys.
the other hand, do you have pants on?
You know, I think we're gonna leave the mystery there. So I'm thinking a bomb from yellow, maybe proton bomb. We got 2 left. Red moving behind you. Good deterrent there.
Hey,
I'm not so sure. Like, you only have 2 bombs left, right? I think you have to keep them a little bit closer now because the bomb drop would be too obvious. Like, Stuart has to think about that.
Nick, real quick, I believe we got some intel that Stuart, in fact, is not Stuart, but Steve.
Oh,
The reveal. We just Scooby-Dooed him. We pulled off the mask. Who's under there? It's Steve.
It's Steve. Count on Steve. You cannot like deceive us.
Uh-huh.
You can fix that in post too. I got it.
Cool.
Professional
That's right.
streamers, no problem.
There are no production issues. There are only deceptions from players.
Correct.
There's the bomb drop, and I think that's going to be a key bomb, despite what Funwalk says.
I'm not sure about that. I think Red was bumping, right? So he should be safe from the bomb.
Definitely.
Like 1 base, 2 base, 2.5 base. Oh, it's
Yep.
close, but I think he's safe.
You get
We'll
to try.
see after the 3 hard turn sloop. He's going to be range 1 of yellow again. Please, IG, just do it once before the game ends.
We want to see it.
Yeah, that's all what we're here for.
That's an arc, by the way, not a. So that I think that's what Scott wants right there on the screen. He wants that turn sloop, get that ship turned around, get some shots. And the best part about that is you have the potential to do damage on multiple ships. You drop that proton bomb. Maybe you'll catch something there onto red. I know it's close, but we're not getting it, Scott.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm sad. I'm sad. Not the sloop.
That was definitely an
All right, Yellow.
opportunity
Now-
right there.
New mission, live long enough to do that thing.
All right, so we had Rack not complete his maneuver. It was a one bank that clears the stress. Should be able to Dauntless here, rotate the action if he does not have arc, and that is exactly what happens.
All right. So let's
Yep,
do the
range
bomb
one.
first, guys.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, so close. Is it in?
It's rubbing the nubs, but the nubs don't count.
They do.
Nice,
The,
got
the,
it.
the nubs count for bombs. They do.
Yeah, the bump nubs counts, but not from the ship. Right?
Correct.
I'm sure about that. The nubs of the bump you measure from them. That's okay, but
Oh, you're talking about
Nubs are only bumping. Oof. Here's hit crit into IG. Spins a calculate for 2 evades.
yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. How are you?
Green's got no shot. So walks away with no damage.
Shout out to Copper Blue. Thank you for gifting those subs.
No damage on yellow probot. All skill. So, do we see the sloop now? What do you guys think?
This is the time. Try to get into the flank of Rack.
Yeah. Like a sloop to the right would be nice, right? Like the interceptors have a problem turning around here,
Absolutely.
especially with the gas
Right,
cloud in the way.
right here. You kind of wish you had a Talon roll, but I think the sloop could work too.
Yeah.
So here, that's where the arc would be for people who are at home. My
I
excellent.
guess we have to do with what we have here. So just the pointy sloop is alright.
Could also, like you said, just bank it out, which should fit. People calling my my arcs, my ship-based simulations, square Pac-Men. Waka 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 waka. Yes.
See, Funwalk, this is a safe space for your sound effects.
I'm not sure about that, my friend.
All right. We'll get you there. We're going to work on that confidence.
See, I just gotten to the point where my embarrassment meter is so it's very hard to embarrass me. Very, very hard. Very difficult. Especially I'm a middle school teacher.
For sure.
Like, this is nothing. This is nothing.
I'm not quite to Twitch sings karaoke level, but I think I'm there with you. It's difficult to be embarrassed at this point.
All right, and that one hard there, that is anticipating the sloop towards the board edge.
Ooh, green on the gas cloud.
Yeah.
No strain.
But he does not care too much. He just wants some. I think Steve just wants some arcs on his target right now.
Sweetheart out of red in the focus. There's the double calculate.
And there's the sloop.
Revealed.
He's thinking about whether he wants to change. Ooh,
He did.
nope.
That's a turn template. So we did get to see the ability used. Did he arc dodge him?
Yeah,
he get
that's
it?
close, right?
I think he's got it. I think he got the arc dodge. So that's one less shot coming in.
Yeah, I think I agree.
And if you keep forcing Rack to rotate that arc, there are no force users here. So he's pretty much modless.
That's right.
And I'm
He is modless.
surprised that that Steve didn't use the Agile Gunner in the end phase.
Yeah, keep looking for that too. I do have to keep in mind Admiral Sloan does give the carrier ship the reroll against stress ships, so we will see a reroll from Rack.
Oh, that's true, and that stress will not go away because of Death Troopers.
That's right. So that's stuck on the IG-88. We have our first attack. There's Swarm Tactics to the yellow TIE Interceptor. Checking to see if it's in arc. It is not.
Yeah, nice dodge.
Again, you cannot Swarm Tactics at range 0.
Oh, why did he?
Oh, that's true.
That's true. I guess it might not end up mattering.
Yeah, I mean, that ship couldn't have shot, but he should have given it to green, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. IG still fine.
We're fine. We're fine. How are you?
Man, the amount of abilities in X-Wing that are either 0 to 1 or 1 to 1, or just 1, and having to decipher them all, it is brain melting.
Yep. Now he does have calculates because of contraband cybernetics. That was triggered this turn. Oh no, sorry, that was because of advanced sensors, not contraband. He has abilities to do.
Oh, I didn't even see that he had both contraband and sensors.
Yes. 3 hits, and all 3 of those are going through. It looks like pop, pop, pop.
Wow. I mean, you're stressed anyways, so.
Yep, I'll take some more. I have contraband next turn to get some action for at least one more turn.
Yeah.
But hey, you know who doesn't care about triple stress? A contraband toting IG.
It's true, all of it. And with that contraband cybernetics, anybody who might be unfamiliar, it says, before you activate, you may spend a charge. If you do, until the end of the round, you can perform actions and execute red maneuvers, even while stressed. It's only a one-time use, so there's no way to get that back. But it would allow IG-88D to advance sensors after activating it, for instance, and add a boost there and sloop again, if you wanted to, in order to keep that arc on. But again, being triple stress, he's going to get to do that shenanigans one time. Only once.
I don't know. I think you got to think about all the Tycho fans out there, and I think you gotta get 4 stress tokens on your ship.
Four stress? Not enough.
Come on, man.
Not enough.
What do you... All right, go out there and fly your contraband Jabba YVs or whatever.
There you go. Now, for anybody who might not know any of our second edition born X-wing players, Tycho was an A-wing in first edition that whose ability essentially ignored stress. So you would play these games and you would be chucking around 20 stress tokens by the end of the game. It got pretty ridiculous. So that's the reference there, if you're not familiar.
Like in these times, they're using like the D&D dice, like the 20-side dice to check for stress tokens, because nobody wanted to have 20 stress tokens on the board.
Ooh, great move here. So was able to do the 2 straight, cleared one of the stress, blocked Rack, so avoiding the shot there, and we'll have a range 1 shot into the red interceptor, who probably gets the swarm tactics. And there it is. There's the call.
Still, it's range 1 and bullseye for the autoplaster soon.
And usually that would be so dangerous because Vader would automatically damage you, but this is not a Vader build. Also, yeah, Death Troopers, you can't get rid of these stress.
Can during the activation phase, you are correct. Is there still 3 there?
Yep.
I will update that.
Oh, and 2 evades. Elusive. Taking 1 shield on the robot.
Yeah, I think he's still got 3.
All right, here we go. And only 1 crit on that roll. Still has the focus. And we're A-OK.
Yeah.
Now, this variant of Rack, Sloan, and these 3 interceptors are very, very different than Funwalk you were mentioning earlier, the 4 TIE Fighter version.
Yes.
From what I heard earlier, I believe this Steve played against Jason Miller in the top, what was it, the top 16 match before, and was able to get the win versus the TIE Fighter version. Pretty interesting and different tech.
Like, very interesting, but with like swarm tactics, you can initiative kill the TIE fighters. And the interceptors have like quite a lot more offensive power, so they're dangerous, especially against another decimator, right?
Yes.
Like if you get range 1 shots into the decimator with like 3 ships and 3 attack dice or 4 attack dice, then he's gonna take damage even with reinforce. So I like it. I think that's like a little bit of like a meta call here for Steve, right?
Agreed.
Yeah, you've got less of them, but they're fantastic blockers. They have a great dial. They have repositions, linked actions.
And I would
you can
guess
just put them in places that you couldn't get a normal tie.
Exactly, and I would guess in the match versus the 4 TIE Fighters, the double reposition probably played some huge roles in maybe arc dodging some of those TIE Fighters, or depending, of course, who had initiative there. But because they're both initiative 1, right? And that's what you were just hitting on there, Scott. Is the extra maneuverability allows you to put these interceptors in spots where the TIE Fighters can't go.
So
Yeah, I think, like you said, the player 1 in that match is very, very important.
Yeah.
Who gets to block?
And usually the Sloan's lists are like 200s each time, so I think the initiative roll was like quite important there.
Just 1 hard from red. We see a 2 sloop from yellow.
Going for another block.
Still can't get rid of those stress because the Death Troopers. Oh man, what a brutal upgrade!
But you know what? I will say that Benesh is doing everything he can to avoid some shots and try to clear these interceptors off the table. Might have IG-88D versus Rack in the end. This game is not over.
Yeah, he's doing everything right now. He just needs a little bit luck on the dice rolls now to get back into the game, but his flying is like very good.
Hey, there's a joke. A strain on the Decimator. Yeah, it looks like he's outside of swarm tactics range, so the IG gets to shoot the first this time.
Has an opportunity to possibly do a... They pointing at Auto Blaster, I think.
He was pinging both. I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't. It would do the 4 dice attack. It can be an iron. There's only 1 hull left, so.
Again, just 1 hit from the natural roll. Like again.
Oof, no luck there. Back into IG, hit it crit.
Oh, the
Don't you wish you could roll it? Don't you wish your IG could roll like me?
Demonetized instantly. Gone.
Is that because I sang so well?
No, 3 blanks.
3 blanks, 3 shields gone. Yeah, you sang that too well. That's the problem. You actually sang it with some pitch.
Thank you. That's a music teacher, guys.
Yeah. It was recognizable. Oh man,
Like,
so
yeah,
IG
you can't compliment Scott too much. Like his ego is like growing and growing, and I can't deal with that on the cast on Hexa Gaming.
IG-88D not happy about taking so much damage on that exchange. He like you said earlier, Funwalk, right now what Benesh needs is a little bit of luck on the dash, because if those 4 dice attacks were flipped, that interceptor could have been dead.
Yeah, and you're stressed anyway. You have Death Troopers, so you take that stress.
Like, you don't care. You're just like, you know what? I just need a chance.
Yeah. That's certainly true. And oh man, and I feel a little bit bad for Benesh here. Like, he's doing the best he can, but it's not getting he's not getting the fruits of his labors.
Yeah, man, the Death Troopers are so brutal. Like he needs to stay close enough to Rack that he gets bumped and doesn't take a shot, but that means not relieving the stress. Ugh, man.
Is this the contraband turn? Is this where you know, I will not go quietly into the night, and you just Face it head on.
Yeah, I think you have to risk it now. You have to do some big risky moves to bring back the game, and like conservative flying is not helping you anymore.
Because I think he has made great moves. He's given himself chances to start to get ahead. But yeah, we're definitely in that spot where things are becoming more difficult. And there is that interceptor turning to the right, probably trying to block that position of the sloop that's being anticipated.
Yeah.
Well, if he was going to sloop, I would assume he would have dropped a proton bomb. But,
It's his last bomb though, so he has to be very sure that it works. He has
does
to
do
sloop.
contraband, does do the double calculate.
Oh, nice. Okay.
No. Now he's what, 5 stress?
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
easy.
It
Come on, you
doesn't
can deal with
matter.
that.
It's irrelevant. All right.
You're collecting that stress like candy now.
Gets the elusive charge back. That's something additional in the toy box that goes back for IG-88D.
5, yeah, that's 5.
Oh,
And all 3 of Steve's ships are going to have shots onto IG-88D.
Yeah, you dial that in because you think it's tricky for that IG, and nobody is fooled.
nope. And like, you all know the meme, like the little dog in the burning house. This is fine. This is IG now. This is so fine.
Time to fire up that self-destruct sequence. There is the Dauntless trigger.
Gets rack of focus. I think he's saying again. He's bumped into
No.
yellow. You cannot swarm tactics.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Did it end up doing?
2 crits, 1 evade, 1 eye. I think he spent a calculate on that defense.
Yeah. I don't think they're seeing the chat right now.
Yeah, I
Leon.
don't think they are. Nick, can you run over there, please?
Yeah.
Could end up mattering.
Yeah, that's an easy thing to miss, and that's day 2 of a big tournament. You're already tired of it, so no worries. Oh no, that roll, that roll was Benesh was missing, and it has to be get rolled back now.
Yeah, we need to roll some things back.
So that shot didn't do any damage, but it did force yellow to spin.
I just want to make sure that the players have their fair game, guys. all the love to the people who are saying it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure the players know.
Acties on it.
I just want to make sure IG has that calculate when red shoots. Ooh, there it is.
Got him.
Yellow is gone. And that's important because now yellow is initiative killed as opposed to the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I think
I get
Red
2
did
evades.
forget his reroll from Sloan, right? But doesn't matter, 2 evades anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I think he has enough stress to make to know.
But alright, like 1 less TIE Interceptor here.
Oh, there's the Agile Gunner.
Mm-hmm.
Finally!
Working that third round.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing to point out there with the agile gunner, just in case somebody doesn't realize that it is not an action. It just says during the end phase you may rotate your turret indicator. So even since rack is stressed, you can still pull that off.
Yes, true. So all right, so Benesh doing the work. His next obvious target is like the red interceptor. And after that, he needs to have at least half points onto the area admiral.
Little by little.
Yep.
I mean, at this point, it's probably target of opportunity, right? You shoot whoever ends up in your arc. You don't have much choice anymore with all the stress.
I mean, I know if I'm...
without cybernetics, you're...
No, go ahead.
Without cybernetics, you're kind of looking in the wrong direction here for IG, right? Like...
Yep.
He was spending his cybernetics to have like a really great turn last time, but now... Oh, I like it. The bump into red.
It's a good proton bomb next turn.
Yes.
And red can't get out and block you.
No shots incoming.
Yep.
All right, we move on to the next turn. Steve hasn't rolled that crit on the debris yet. Only an 18% chance. Does feel bad when it happens. A lot of times you're like, oh, I'll just fly through. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think we get into the process of thinking it's an impossibility.
Yep.
It's not. It's just rare.
And it can happen. I've seen it.
Yeah, I lost the match once because of that. I was like on Nian Yamp, down to 2 hull. And I was like intentionally flying over the pre-cloud because I was like, okay, it's like 1/8 of the chance to get the crit. It's fine. And even if I get the crit, I only just need to not get the direct hit, right? Yeah. So that's an even smaller chance. And what happened? I wrote the crit. It was direct. GG. I was a bit salty. I was quite a bit salty. But alright, but this happens. Like, that's what chances are, right? Like, it's not impossible to roll something very rare. It's just very, very, very... it's not happening often, and sometimes it does because we are rolling like millions of dice each year as X-Wing players.
Isn't that crazy to think about? It is literally like it could be millions depending on how much you play.
Funwalk, in your game versus Catch, Wedge went over. K turned over a debris and died to it.
Yeah, I know that would happen. Like I was taunting Catch.
You felt that one. You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Here's the proton drop. Oh, man. Hasn't shot into rack at all.
Nope, so that's just going to be a shield. But, I mean, something is better than nothing, and you might just clip this red interceptor. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta hope for some direct hits.
He's going for a focus? What? You wouldn't roll boost, or... I guess he can't see the bomb, which is
can't see the bomb.
Problematic. You got to see it in your mind's eye.
In your heart.
Just taking it? I don't think so. Come on. Do something.
Yeah, it was
taking the focus, so you can still auto thruster, red barrel roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. There's the roll. IG banking away, loses 1 of the 5 stress that was on him.
Oh, this is great.
Arc dodges.
Getting out there in front of him.
Very good call here for Steve to stay close with IG to activate Death Troopers and to have the shot.
Isn't he stressed? I see a stress on rack.
Oh, that's true. Did he miss the stress?
Oh, yeah, he did a 3-back. That's not blue.
Yeah, so can't do the action.
Actually, that might have been just the Agile Gunner there, since they're doing maneuvers. Yeah,
they just moved
Agile
on.
Gunner, yep.
You're right.
It's kind of a weird timing. You don't know unless you're hearing the players which one it is. Is it action or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that before.
I accidentally hit that undo. Yeah.
I can go ahead and get that fixed.
Yeah, that's fair. Like both players in the voice chat and they're talking with each other, so that's fair.
That is a requirement when you play in these events.
He's showing the IG that 3-banking over and over again is not going to get you out.
No, because without boost, the IG is, or excuse me, the decimator is just as fast as the IG. They're just gonna hang out, hold hands, down the aisle.
It's even faster, right? Large base and medium base, so the large base with the same moves is faster.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if you can too hard IG in front of Rack, you can stop him in his move. And then you'd have a straight maneuver.
There it is.
One hard. All right.
I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah,
you have to juke like decimator now. Yep, and that's good. Very good.
At least you get a shot.
Very nice. Little by little, and I think is he just out of that back arc? It's close. I think he's out. It's super close, but I think he's out.
The back arc?
Oh, no, sorry. He rotated. He rotated. My bad, because that was a 1 bank. Yes.
But hey, Hey, he's remembering the Sloan reroll. There it is. 2 hits.
Taking 1.
1 evade.
He's got elusive, right?
Elusive.
Yes, elusive. Come on.
He does not elude. Not eluding. Not today.
It is so hard not to root for the little robot here now.
Ion cannon. Do the ion cannon.
Robot?
Yes. Ion him off the board. Off the board. 2.
That's 2. Pointed auto blaster, didn't he? Yeah. 2 shields. He did auto blaster.
Oh, he was hoping for the automatic crits and it doesn't matter, right? Because the Rear Admiral is not defending anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there was discussion in the chat about ioning, maybe walking Rack off the board.
That would have been 1. It would have taken 2 or 3. No, actually, with the angle, it might have been more than that. 1, 2, 3. I think it would have taken a 4th turn to probably get completely off the board.
That's not quick enough. Like, the Interceptor is coming back, and in those 4 turns, the Interceptor is just burning down the sad little robot. But still, I like this. This is a good chance now for the IG, for Benesh to get away from Rack.
Really? Where are you going?
Turning left.
Yeah, take that Alpha Squadron on. Yeah, Rack on the overlay should have 3 shields. We'll get that updated here in a second. Sorry about that. After taking 2 damage from the auto blaster.
Three forts, so he thinks IG's running.
Turn him in.
Oh man, I'm liking Funwalk's plan here.
Turn in. Go after that interceptor.
Let's see. Kinda does.
Well, he's got the arc, and he did relieve a stress. You're not getting actions anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And is he behind the gas cloud? Ooh, that's close.
I think that corner peeks out.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
X-Wing, a game of pixels.
Yep, and look, it's not obstructed.
Oh, man.
Range 2.
That's a little bit sad for Benesh.
4 dice. Oh, there we go.
He got so used to the range one-shot.
I was looking for a trick shot. Yeah. It's not obstructed, though. 1 hit. Rerolls from Sloan 2. Oof, no more elusive. Yep. Death by 1,000 cuts.
That's right. Has 2 whole left on IG-88D.
We are still believing.
Yep. You know, he was in range to the swarm tactics there, I think.
I see a couple people asking questions. If you want to take a look at the lists being played or that have been played in today's and yesterday's event, Corellia, you can type !lists. We do have the results and everything online. They'll be made public after the event is done. We keep it closed because there's no way to make the links not reachable, but we can make it so that there's nothing useful for you guys to look at. So we do that just to keep it running as fast as possible. While we love all of you, we don't want 600 people flooding the app. So
yeah, TTT can grind to a halt. So
now, mind you, huge shout out to Dennis, who is the creator of TTT, for working with us and giving us absolute ton of extra server space in order to make it run absolutely beautifully this weekend. And he's doing that for all of these Galactic qualifiers. Thank you so much.
Am I right that Dennis, I think on his TTT team, they're from Australia, right?
Yes, they are from Australia.
Sounds right to me. Okay.
Right. I was like, come on, people, answer me, please.
Sorry, I was reading a message while you asked the question. I heard it. I was like, oh no, I got my brain. Oh, gonna be getting out of that.
Yeah, safe. So nice for the probot. Yeah, and we played in the team tournament against an Australian team with Akhtar Khan and with Greg, and I think it was like, who was the third? I think it was George, and those guys, Australian guys, were super, super pleasant to play against. Like, real gentlemen and so fun to play.
Oh, yeah.
So, big shout out to the whole continent of Australia.
Even the kangaroos and the wallabies.
Even the kangaroos. Especially the kangaroos.
Especially, yes. Awesome.
Right, we have 18 minutes on the clock, and there's still a chance for Benesh.
He's got 2 hole left on IGs. Obviously, the biggest problem is with the number of turns. I will say the rate of play has been really, really good, but the choice to bring Death Troopers on rack has really helped in this matchup, because IG has had to rack up a lot of stress to do some of the shenanigans that IG likes to do with contraband cybernetics and the slooping, but it's put in a spot where it really needs modifiers in order to do what it's got to do.
Yeah, and he just cannot get them.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from Steve how Death Troopers has done the rest of the event. I mean, it's a great pairing with Sloan, but yeah, definitely brutal against these slooping IGs. Too hard turn from Red, gets in a nice blocking position, but IG says no thanks, goes the other direction.
Yeah, not today.
Too hard from Rack. Ooh, he's going to take a stress, which is going to shut down Dauntless. But he does have Arc already.
No consequences.
Oh, so let me count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think still 6 stress tokens on IG. I don't think that's not enough time to get rid of them.
Oh, 1 hit.
1 hit. Reroll with Sloan.
2.
It is obstructed by gas cloud, so he'll get that gas evade easy.
That's right. Surviving. You know what's the funny thing is the play for Benesh has been better with the single IG versus when he had both. I think if he had been playing with the same poise and decision making that he's doing now with the inconvenient situation he's in, I wonder if we'd be in a different place. I think if he had another chance at that opening, that he could maybe even be ahead in this game.
I agree. He just kind of went straight for it with IG-8B. I think you probably get into a place where you've seen your IG pull out so many great evades that you assume you can keep doing it. Not all that consistent. 3 bank away, gets rid of one of the stress.
So IG just trying to get away. Knows that its only chance is to try to relieve these stress tokens. Downtown shot. Sloan reroll. Just one.
So what's he down to? 4 stress? 1, 2, 3. Is it still 5?
3 hits coming in.
You got some time.
Taking
Oh,
all 3.
That's it,
That's
right?
it.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
congratulations to Steve making it into the top 4, creeping ever closer to being the champion of Corellia. Now we're going to have 2 more matches here. Don't go anywhere. Even though we have 14 minutes and change left on the clock, we're going to do some giveaways.